Hey guys, welcome back to the Classic Sonic Marathon. Last time, we completed Sonic 2, quote-unquote, yeah. I don't know if I feel so good about that, but, you know, I say that I did complete Sonic 2 100%. And if not, you can go fuck yourself, because I completed Sonic 2 in my world. Either way, what happens after Sonic 2 is a fan game, no. There's a famous, I would say it's a well-known Sonic fan game called Sonic Before and After the Sequel. Sorry if you hear the desktop. That's me trying to make sure that, the audio isn't too loud on my end. Either way, the game that comes after Sonic 2 is, after Sonic 2's good ending, I guess, is Sonic the Hedgehog 3, which, if you're a Sonic fan, probably even if you're not a Sonic fan, you know the whole story about Sonic 3 and Sonic and Knuckles. But either way, we're playing the full version of Sonic 3, which is Sonic 3 and Knuckles, which is what you get by plugging Sonic 3 on top of Sonic and Knuckles, which I'll probably explain the whole story of why that is and what Sonic and Knuckles is, probably throughout this playthrough. But either way, I don't know if you could call this the wrap-up of the Classic Sonic Marathon, because I do want to play some other classic Sonic games, but not in the normal way, I would say. But either way, we're here to play Sonic the Hedgehog 3, which is probably my favorite out of all of them, just because of this factor. I deleted all you. Alright, either way, you can have save games in this. You are not forced to just have, how do you describe it? Just have, the entire game in one go. You can actually just, go back to where you want it. You could save your progress. And then once you complete the game 100%, then you can go back to any point in the game. So, really nice. And we don't have to, worry about, having to do the entire playthrough in one run. I can actually do it in, multiple goes. Also, I'm out of breath because, I was working on it on the ground because I'm playing this on the actual Sega Genesis, so we get to listen to the original renditions of all the songs, which I'll talk about as well. But, since I'm playing this on actual Genesis hardware, it's been a little bit finicky, so I had to mess with it a lot, the old blowing on the cartridge trick. Even though I do have isopropyl alcohol I could have just used to, clean it, I'm too lazy, so then again, we're going to go ahead and delete some of these save games, because I don't know if they're probably the save games from when this game was just used as Sonic 3, since I got these games separately. I did not buy them as, one little package together, so, yeah. These are probably just whoever's, Sonic 3 saves when they were, 5, so I'm literally just deleting some pieces of history. They deserve it. They shouldn't have been a loser and sold their Sonic 3 cartridge to a random game store. So, since we're playing the Sonic and Knuckles version, you're allowed to play as Sonic, Knuckles. Who is this guy? I don't know this guy. Tails and Sonic. And in this game, we're actually going to play as Sonic and Tails instead of just playing as Sonic. So, anyway, let's get going. So, after the events of Sonic 2, the good ending, he turns supersonic and fly onto this island that crashed into the ocean after the Death Egg crashed. Then, bam, this red guy comes up and he's like, I hate you, I'm going to take your Chaos Emeralds. And the Chaos Emeralds existing and him being able to turn to supersonic is the reason why the good ending of Sonic 2 is actually the canon ending. But yeah, we get to play pretty much my favorite classic Sonic game. Haven't completed this one either, but my favorite because I can save, and the special stages are the most fun, and are not annoying, and this is just a fun game in general. So, yeah, you can only get this version by locking Sonic 2, or Sonic 3 onto Sonic and Knuckles, which is... if you don't know the story, Sonic 3 itself is incomplete. It was rushed out to make apparently a McDonald's tie-in, so that Sonic could, make his McDonald's tie-in. it wasn't like, from what we know, it was either Christmas deadlines or a McDonald's tie-in, which is just the craziest thing that Mickey D's is being mentioned in a Sonic game. Either way, we were playing the level, but now we get to find these. These are the special stages, and they're a lot more fun than Sonic 2, because draw distance isn't shit. Anyway, get blue balls. These are the Sonic 3 special stages, which are probably my favorite, because they're like the most control you have over Sonic in a special stage that you could ever have. Just the precision is a little bit funky since, you know, I'm using my kind of old-ass Genesis controller that I've never actually cleaned ever since I got it. I probably should do that. But yeah, the entire thing about these special stages is to get the blue balls. I know it said blue spears, but the beta said blue balls, and I think that's very funny. Also, if you collect all the rings, or at least a bunch of rings, kind of like the original special stages, you can get a continue. Not like the Sonic 2 ones. The entire point was to get rings, and I hate those. I really don't like those. But these, while not being easy, are the most fun I've ever had in a special stage. Just because, like, you know, it's not complete bullshit. These ones are a little bit funky, but it'll be fine. Either way, get all the blue balls, and you'll be real happy. If you get red ball, you get kicked out. Anyway, that was the noise for getting enough rings. Anyway, the more balls you get, faster it goes. That was the first Chaos Emerald. Yeah, I like these a lot more because, one, they're not complete random bullshit. And for two, you can actually see everything. Gotta love all that weird scan lines that are fucking it up because of the Genesis. I don't know if that's like a problem with my Genesis or something. I had problems with my, my Super Nintendo. Like, how do you explain it? Having, like, weird white lines on it when they weren't supposed to. And the way I fixed that was by me and my friend replacing the capacitors on it. It could be that the Genesis has the same problem, and we need to fix that, but... You know, our first project, part of this summer, our first soldering project is to, you know, put in the... What is it? The 3DS capture card. So it's like, yeah, I ain't gonna be working on that yet. But yeah, Sonic still has the homing attack. The homing attack. What? He doesn't have the homing attack yet. He still has the spin dash, which is really nice. And if you go into the, these now, they no longer act as special stages. They are instead bonus stages, where you can get a bunch of rings. Ah, fuck you, game. Yeah, you can lose all your rings here. But this is just an easier way to get, like, a bunch of rings, which then gets you lives and stuff like that. Really, there's no reason to go in these ever, but it's kind of like a replication of the Sonic 1 special stages. They're kind of cool, but, like, we really don't care about them. They won't help you all that much at all, other than just taking your rings. There's better bonus stages, but yeah. Either way, Sonic's got the spin dash still, but he's also got a new attack called the Insta-Shield, which is when you jump in midair and hit the jump button again, you get this shield. And it's a pretty cool move. It helps you kill bosses pretty easily. And since we don't have to deal with the special stages having Tails ruin everything, we can actually have Tails come along with us. And he did the same thing in Sonic 2, where he just kind of, you know, runs alongside Sonic. He doesn't really do much, but the cool thing is that if you have a second Genesis controller, another person can control Tails, and he pretty much makes the entire game, like, super fucking easy. Since, well, he can't die. He can die, but that doesn't mean that you, well, that there are consequences. There are no consequences for Tails. He's just kind of like, that's the best way to explain it. He can fight enemies, and then anytime he gets hit, he returns after 5 seconds, kind of like how he just did that right there. So if you have another player control Tails, since the second player can do that, you can just kind of have, like, every boss be fucking cheesed, so that's really nice. Also, here's the shields. There's not just the regular shield, there's also different shields. This is the first appearance of the lightning shield, and it just kind of attracts rings for you, and also allows you to do a double jump, which I guess modern Sonic can do nowadays, which is really weird. I don't like the boost formula games. Have I told you about that before? I really don't like those. Alright. Boss time. Yeah, there's actual mini-bosses now. This is kind of the worst shield to bring into this boss. But it's like, I don't really care. This still works pretty well. I've never actually taken the lightning shield in here. Or electric shield. It's either the lightning shield or the electric shield. But yeah, the signpost falls down. If you kick that thing up, that's pretty cool. I'm talking about so much because Sonic 3 really added a lot. But yeah, Tails can be brought along this time without messing anything up. And he can even fly now, unlike his former side. But I think if you press up, like if you jump, and he starts flying and jump into his arms, you can start flying around as Tails, because his flight is pretty great. You just jump and you just start mashing the jump button. And, well, you fly real good. Anyway, here's another special stage ring. I have not completed all of the special stages in Sonic 3, so, yeah. I might be real bad at them. For these, you kind of have to, like, plan your movements, because there's a little bit of a delay in the way that you, like, turn. So right before you get to the orb you want to turn at, you should probably turn. Because he moves on a grid. He's not like a, this is not free movement. You are never a free hedgehog, what can I say? And like you've been seeing, if you make an around, you can remove, like, all the red orbs around it, making it a lot easier for you to play the game. But if you don't make a circle like that and there's nothing in the middle, it's not gonna do its thing. So this one I think will destroy itself, but that one we looked around like a little bit ago, yeah, that one will not erase itself. So you gotta be careful. These are things that the game doesn't really tell you, but then again, like, special stages have never really told you what to do specifically, so you kind of have always been dealing with bullshit.com. Let's see. Is this gonna be enough? I think this might be the last one. There we go. Okay. You see, I love these a lot more because they're skill-based. No randomness, no Genesis fucking you up. They're pretty much all skill-based. And you can always try and avoid stuff. So I've always liked those a lot better. So I can get the Chaos Emeralds pretty easily. I've not completed all of them, but, you know, first time for everything. We'll see how well I do. But yeah, there's no 3 acts. There's not even a random stage that even includes 3 acts. Also, if you jump into water with that, it just removes itself. It's very sad. But then you can get Water Shield. Water Shield lets you do the bounce bracelet from Sonic Adventure 2 and, you know, makes you not drown, which is the best part of it since we've always hated the drowning, but it makes you have infinite air, which is real good. Oh, boy. And then you get hit with it. But yeah, I'd say this is probably my favorite classic Sonic game, and a lot of people would agree, but then some people are like, Sonic 2's the best. What are you talking about? Sonic 2's amazing. And I'm like, Sonic 2's okay. Nothing wrong with it. I'm just like, you know, Sonic 3 adds so much and is a whole lot more fun, especially when you play Sonic 3 and Knuckles. But yeah, to explain a bit more about Sonic lore if you've never heard about it, yeah, Sonic 3, I talked about it a bit earlier, but Sonic 3 was split into 2 copies. There's Sonic 3, and then there's its continuation, Sonic and Knuckles. But Sonic and Knuckles was made with lock-on technology so that you could connect the 2 games together to create a full game. Even though Sonic 3 and Knuckles isn't canon. It's really weird. That was how I used the Insta-Shield. But yeah, it's not canon. None of the extra stuff that is included because of them being connected is technically canon. Some of it is, but I'll talk about the part that is, like, extremely non-canon. But yeah, it's apparently just that Sonic 3 happens, then Sonic and Knuckles happens. That's the canon storyline of this, which is weird because this is, like, the first real act of canonicity the series takes. That's how you use the Insta-Shield. It allows you to kind of, like, dodge enemies in a... How do you explain it well? You can hit enemies that you're nowhere near. Like, if I'm running near an enemy with spikes, I can, like, use the Insta-Shield and kind of hit them before I hit them. It's supposed to actually be a shield, but it feels more like an attack. But yeah, if you lock the 2 games together, you can have the full version that has all the levels and allows you to play as Knuckles. But yeah, the entire reason they were separated was either theorized to be a holiday release or for a McDonald's tie-in. Very weird. But yeah, you both are fine. Like, I'd rather play Sonic and Knuckles before I play, like, Sonic 2. The problem is with... The reason I say that is because Sonic and Knuckles removes the save feature because they're kind of relying on you already having Sonic 3. So you have to complete that game entirely by yourself. So that's why most people like playing Sonic 3 and Knuckles, because you can still play its levels, but you actually have a save system that makes things nice. And Tails is... I'm like moving my legs as fast as fuck, and Tails is like just quietly walking along. Anyway, there's the Eggster. Wow, it's Eggster. He's no good. Somehow, I don't know how long Sonic 3 takes place after Sonic 2, but the Death Egg has fallen. We're at least after Sonic 2 at this point. Yeah, this guy is pretty fucking easy. He just fires these balls, and you kind of don't want to be in the same position that they're going to be firing in. Yeah, it's that easy. Bye, Eggster. And then the thing comes in. But yeah, Sonic 3, I'm going to gush a lot about how much I love about it. The stages are great. The characters are great. The music is great. Even the story is pretty good for an early Sonic game. But anyway. Oh no, it's the red guy! What's he doing? Oh no, we're dead. Anyway, I can stop being facetious about him. That is Knuckles the Echidna, the guardian of the Master Emerald, and pretty much like everybody's favorite edgy guy before Shadow exists. But yeah, pretty much he lives on this island, which is called Angel Island, and protects the Master Emerald, which keeps the island floating. But the Master Emerald got stolen by somebody, and Eggman was like, you know, Knuckles, I think Sonic did it. And he's like, Sonic did it? Who the fuck is that? He's like, well, he's this blue guy who I don't really like. He's like, oh, okay. All right, I'll kill him for you. And that's pretty much the story of why Knuckles doesn't like us right now. He's taking the rings off. I can't jump. How do I... Oh, wait. Yeah, These things don't let you jump. I'm pressing down. Save me, Tails! Save me! You bastard. Yeah, I didn't know that those little piranha things actually made you not able to jump. I always thought it just zapped rings from you, but yeah. But yeah, that's why Knuckles really doesn't like us. But, you know, this happens almost exactly... I think it does happen, like, right after, you know, Sonic 2. So it's like Sonic never had enough time to actually take the Master Emerald. So it's just like Eggman's tricking him. Man, who could really have taken the Master Emerald? I don't know. It must be a mystery. Man, it's not like there's an evil person that keeps on really liking emeralds. Emeralds. Anyway, I got that shield. You can't use the shield while you're invincible, which is real sad. But yeah, you get it right afterwards. But yeah, that's kind of the story of Sonic 3. Pretty much, we don't know why Knuckles is angry at us for pretty much the entire game. And then, like, just Knuckles got tricked. That's kind of like the whole starting of Knuckles being dumb. But it's less that he's dumb and more that he's naive, since he's lived on this island all by himself for his entire life. So it's more like he's never met anybody, so he kind of just trusts whoever is around. But yeah, that's pretty much the story of Sonic 3, and we will be living that. But yeah, there's a lot of cool shit. The only problem with some of this is that, one big problem with the special stages is that you'll never really know where those rings are, because it's not a guarantee. It's not like Sonic 1 where it's like all of them are going to be at the end of the level. They will kind of just be all over the place, kind of like the ones we've already seen. So if you can't find those fucking super rings, then you're fucked. Either way, I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing pretty good, gets hit by an enemy. Oh god, I'm getting flung all over the place. Oh, that was easy. But yeah, I'm going to have a lot more fun with this. Oh no, this one's a little bit tough. This one's a bit of a toughie. But yeah, if you remember me playing these, if you've watched the backlog before, they're part of the bonus stages that were in Sonic Mania. They weren't the special stages because they decided to go for different special stages, which I actually don't like. I actually like the blue spears a lot more. And the blue spears are actually also a part of a game, since Sonic and Knuckles had lock-on technology. You could lock on other games as well. So if you lock on Sonic 1, or just any kind of other Genesis game onto Sonic and Knuckles, you actually just get like a bunch of different Blue Spears levels. So if you really like it, you can just play Blue Spears forever. But if you lock on Sonic 2, you actually get to play as Knuckles in Sonic 2, which is actually, I don't know if it's a bit more fun or just a bit more dumb. Ooh, the faster you go, the more fuck you have. Oh boy, shit just gets fucking hectic because you're going so fast. Oh! Sorry. Yeah, run into a red ring or into a red thing and you're dead. That's no good. But yeah, there's so many of them in the game, and you kind of just stumble across them. You could look up a guide of where they are, but like, you really don't need to worry. And at the same time, because of the whole, you know, having a save system, you don't have to really worry about not getting the Chaos Emeralds, which is really nice. Okay, here is the second mini-boss. He is very angry. Then he just goes, wait, what? Where was I? I jumped! No, my ring. I think I might lose this one. Oh, no, let me go. I hit you a couple times. I was trying to jump off the wall right as he spun around. But yeah, oh, he's dead already? He's that easy of a boss, really. And then if you do this to the post, you'll actually, you know, get more points and then also be able to spawn more shields. I don't really know how it works. I think it's like it hits a certain point in the ground, then it finds a shield. But yeah, you could just get a lot of points if you really cared about that. If the whole continue thing still existed, I don't remember. But yeah, hopefully we can get more of those Chaos Emeralds because, you know, as we showed off in Sonic 2, if you get all 7 Chaos Emeralds, you get access to Super Sonic, whose invincibility. And he's still got the same problem that he had in Sonic 2, where he is super easy to activate by complete accident. Let's see. There we go. This shit gets hectic because something's following you. We don't like that. I hate being followed. That's why you should unsubscribe right now, viewer. You should only subscribe to my TikTok, which does not exist because I don't want a fucking TikTok. That shit's fucking weird, dude. I'd rather get a fucking MySpace account. In fact, you better follow me on my I was gonna say Mind Escape by accident, but that's the company that made Lego Island. Can't really follow me on them. They're a company. I don't know how you do that, but you could try. Let's see. Yeah, look for more. I did not actually want to go in here. I wanted to jump over it. No, I'm gonna get like no rings, aren't I? Yeah, that didn't equal shit. Alright, I'm out of here. I'm out this bitch. No. There we go. I'm out this bitch. You don't get shit from that, so I'm just like, fuck it, man. I'm looking for the thingos. I need those giant rings so that I can be real good. But because of that, not including, like, there is no ring requirement for having to get into those, that means I don't have to play the game as cautiously as I did Sonic 1 and 2. So I can just kind of have as much fun as I want to going really fast, which is real good. There we go. Hydro City. I've barely talked about the levels, but the first level you start on is Angel Island, and then you go to Hydro City. I call it Hydro City so you can kill yourself. I do what I want. Yeah, there's a big old, it's not really a controversy, but kind of like a weird decision in like the naming of this level. Because it says Hydro City, but there's no space in between Hydro and City. So I think it's canonically meant to be called Hydrocity. But that sounds stupid, and I don't want to call it that, because what the that's not, I don't want to call it that. Good job, Tails. Good job, me. Good job, me. I just wanted that extra life, just in case I needed it. I mean, you don't have to really worry about gaming over in this game, since you have a save system. If you game over, you just start at the beginning of a zone, which is okay. You're not too fucked, I would say. Unlike just having a continue bring you to the level, which is nice and all, but like at the same time, then you lose and you die completely. Let's see, come on. Now we gotta deal with platforming underwater, my favorite. My favorite in the Sonic series. Underwater platforming. It's totally not fucking infuriating. Ooh, I forgot about this part. But yeah, it's kind of, I won't get mad at anybody for calling it Hydro City or Hydrocity. I'll just make fun of you for getting angry at somebody else for choosing an option. I'm just going to be like, it's called whatever the fuck you want to call it. If you want to call it Funland, and you could just welcome Sonic to Funland, you can do whatever the fuck you want. You could call Sonic 1, like, gay sex adventure, and I could be like, sure, call it whatever you want. I'm not gonna get angry at you, but some people can get pretty fucking angry. It's like, it's Hydrocity. No, it's Hydro City. I'm just like, it's whatever the fuck you want to call it, dude. It ain't up to me. You call it whatever the hell you want. I ain't gonna be angry at you until you get angry at other people. You know, you don't gotta be elitist to be the meatest. Let's see. I haven't found anything in this second part. But yeah, unlike Sonic 2, the special stages do rotate between, like, which ones you completed. Kind of like Sonic 1. Like, we didn't complete this one in Hydro City, so it's going to go to, like, Special Stage 4 instead of going back to Special Stage 3. But yeah, get Chaos Emeralds, get Supersonic. And you kind of want to get the Chaos Emeralds before you get to something else, and I'll explain why, but just remember, we need those things. We need them real good if we want to get something really super special awesome. I've been watching a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged lately. Give me a break. Look, it's just really funny. It's a lot more clever than I remember it was when I was a kid. Oh no! Hear that music. Knuckles, no! Crouches at Knuckles scared. Oh shit. You can jump off these and they'll let you go. And then you get to the boss. Didn't find any in Hydro City Act 2. Let's see. I will call it Hydro City, so if you don't like me calling it that, you need to check your privilege. Oh, damn. If you fall into the blades on that thing, it'll actually fuck you up. If you could jump high enough. Let's see, I think you're supposed to be jumping off the explosions, which is really weird. I don't know how to do it correctly. Oh, you gotta use them to kind of, like, bump yourself up. Alright, run away. If you get caught in this thingy, you're not gonna be very happy. Ah, Metal Gear. The Metal Gear will help me. You can also use your Insta-Shield if you jump at the exact right time. Yeah, it can... Where am I? Oh, there I am. I was like, where the fuck am I? Okay. I'm gonna have to be careful because I had no rings. I do have 6 lives, and I don't really have to worry about, you know, gaming over. Just gotta be careful on that shit. Like, if you can use your Insta-Shield correctly, like that, yeah, you can hit him without even really needing to worry about it. Bosses, I don't know if it's like I'm just, you know, more versed in these bosses or something or other, but, you know, they tend to be a lot easier for me. I am going to bring this up real quick. Oh no, I got a comment. Let's see. And then the third zone is Marble Garden. Very good. But yeah, I think we're going to end the episode here. So, next time on Sonic 3 and the classic Sonic Marathon, we're going to go ahead and get through Marble Garden Zone and hopefully get, you know, more Chaos Emeralds. So, and before I end this episode, I want to thank all of my YouTube members, including the True Epsilon, Cat M, Freddy, a True Epsilon. Without you all, this channel wouldn't stay afloat. So thank you for all your support, and I'll see you guys next time!